we are going on a small little journey to go work on Ricebox. I know, you guys have been waiting for a long time. We're going on right now to assemble the new JZ. Now, I don't have exactly everything to get the car running and stuff. Well, I mean, technically I do. I don't have a manifold, which I am waiting for and have been waiting for a little while, but once it gets here, we're gonna start the full run to getting the freaking engine back in the car and to get moving on this year's goals. All right, guys, so here's the deal. We're gonna be going over everything that we need to do engine related. Now, I've got everything that I can get this engine assembled. As you guys know, I'm doing a 2GZ GE head on my non-vvti bottom end. This is a stock block. I'm gonna go over everything with you guys, everything that's new that I have gotten, you know, that I've been nitpicking and going here and there through every one of these videos in the past since the car blew up. First things first, so we can look in this box. Here's all my gaskets. I got my head gasket, seals, and stuff like that. My valve covers, as you guys know, I went 2JZ GE head. These are 2JZ GTE vvti, so you can have pretty valve covers. One of the biggest things that I have the brand new BC 276 cams. These are 276 stage 3 plus cams, and these are about the biggest that you can get without having to modify the head. And by that, I mean clearancing where the lobes run through the head. It's not that big of a deal if you guys were to get something that is better, like the 280s or something, but these are the brand new 276, and they're going to hit way harder than my 272s did, which are in that head there. This is my 1JZ vvti head. So for those of you that don't know, this was a stock bottom end 2JZ GE. So you guys can see I gave it a inspection port through both sides and the bottom. Now, I ran this block for maybe close to 2 years actually on a 6466, varying between 22 to 34 pounds of boost, and it finally decided to let go. I fatigued the rod bolt. You can see that it's stretched and ripped, and that's why it decided to break. You guys want to see how to take out valves? So I got this little piece of metal, this little pipe that Austin got from work one day, and I got this casual little magnet that I stick down inside here and then line it up right at the end here, and I just kind of set it right where the keepers would be, and then just a light little tap. Look at that. See that right there? That's amazing, isn't it? It's awesome. And then if you want to get them out, you just press it out. You just press out the magnet and you're good. But you can just leave it on there because the magnet's strong enough. Go to the next one, just light little tap, bam, see that? It's out. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? It's awesome. Now you can kill it. We're good. Oh, whoosh, here we go. It's been a little while since the last little segment, so what we've got going, I have on a whim pulled the valve springs out of the 1J head, so we're going to be converting the 2JZ GE head basically into what the 1J head was, except I will have 276s in here, and I will have the 1J BC springs. So I'm gonna get this thing tore apart, and I'm probably gonna put you guys on my head so that way you guys can see all point of view and everything that I'm doing at the moment, so I don't have to ever put the camera down so you guys can see everything that happens. But this head is absolutely immaculate. It is perfect. Literally not anything wrong with it, period. It is literally clean. Thank you, Kyle, for the cylinder head. You guys did an excellent job getting it cleaned up with a pressure washer, believe it or not. All right, let's get through this and get her done, guys. 10, 11, and 12. Now onto the intake side. Intake 1, intake 2, intake 3. If you guys are watching up to this point and you guys think that this little technique is like the best thing since sliced bread, I would appreciate a like and maybe a follow, and maybe, you know, hit that little bell notification to follow everything that I'm going to be doing with Ricebox coming up which you know, Ricebox is like one of the biggest things and biggest deals on the channel. Everybody wants to see the car, and the car will be coming back. We are on hold at the moment, and you guys will see what I'm on hold for here pretty soon. Select a few things. Got the lapping tool, some compound, and we got some schlickum. We gotta schlick up some stuff. Get some valves put back on the head, because I gotta knock these out so that way I can lubricate them. They've been kind of stuck in there, so we're gonna get everything all situated so that way things will go back together in the right way. Alright, we are finally freaking back here working on Ricebox. I have finally got every single thing that I need to get the car back together, basically nearly together. Well, I guess it looks like Austin set my radiator in there, so that's pretty decent. We're gonna get this engine put together, get the transmission put back on. I gotta do a couple seals in this thing, and then it's gonna go right back in the car. I gotta move his GST, whatever, it's an Eclipse. I'm gonna move his Eclipse off his freaking plywood since his dirt floor is just unfortunate. I'm not about to try to roll my engine across this thing, and then I'm going to steal his plywood, roll the car back into the engine, and we should be pretty much solid. We got T-minus 2 weeks. Merle is trying to get he's pretty confident. 2 weeks, he'll be ready for the car. I'm in no rush because I'm still waiting on stuff, but you know, at the end of the day, we're gonna try to get this thing done so that way when he is ready, the car can go in, he can get a cage put in, and whatever other weird things that he wants to do. He's got some plans for my car that I just like, go ahead and do whatever you want, because he's got a really good eye for some cool stuff. So okay, it's time to finally get started. I'm going to probably not film for just a little bit because I'm going to get my razor blade and clean up the surface area and stuff, roll the engine over and throw my pans and stuff on, which is not something that's really, you guys don't really need to see that. It's pretty simple. I mean, just got my pickup tube, my pan and stuff, and RTV and yada yada yada. So we're gonna get that put together, and then I'll pull the camera back up when I start putting the head on, because I got to put my cams and everything in. And yeah, so I got the pans on, brand new rear main, brand new front main. Everything is basically together. No, I did not paint it because I have all intentions of it blowing up with the amount of power that I'm trying to run and the records I'm going. But if by any chance or any reason that it just does not blow up, it's gonna get built at the end of this year anyways. And unless it lasts till the end of the year, I'll just buy a separate block, and then I'll have like a freaking Real Street 1600 block build or something like that. But it is pretty much, everything on the lower end is finished. I got my plug on. Everything is ready to go. Time for the head gasket and my head studs and the new head and the cams. Okay, got the 625 studs in, all ready to go. We are now looking for this guy right here, which we will undo right now and throw on there because it's time. All right. The head is torqued down 100 foot-pounds. I'm not gonna lie to you. That was sketchy, and that really kind of scared me because I'm not used to going that high. But it is torqued down, and the next thing to do is to put the cams in, and the gears, and everything else that is with this whole thing. Okay, the new cams are in. They're all bolted down. I do have them snugged. They are not torqued. We're getting the sandwich plate put on here so that way we can run the line to the vvti solenoid, and I think we're pretty straightforward. I forgot the cams at home, so the other cam gears I'm going to be putting on this, yeah, it's pretty close. So I'm actually going to get the pan on, get the seal back in the trans, and then get it bolted together, and then I think we're going to go ahead and get it set back in the car. Hopefully it goes well and as planned. So I got straight down to business getting this thing freaking done. Everything was ran, everything is set, the engine is good to go. It is basically ready. So a few minor things. Since this is a GE, basically it's a full GE engine, so this is a GE pump. Apparently, they made the pulley smaller, so I have to get a new pulley, so that's fine because the engine wasn't going to be running anyways. So, yep, that's unfortunate, but hey, it's ready to go back in the car, and we're gonna get it off the stand. I'm gonna clean this mess up so that way I can get everything, you know, situated, and then I'm gonna have to roll the car into the engine. If you guys watched the removal of it, I had to roll the car out so the engine could come out. But yes, the engine is ready to go back in, so I am ready to get moving on this. So it's completely ready, got the transmission back on, everything is pretty much good to go. I mean, there's gonna be a little bit of things that I gotta button up once it's back in the car, but it's gonna go in the car. Austin's here now, so it's gonna be a two-man job, unlike the first time where I could just freshly kick the car away from me. It's been sitting here for a while, so hopefully it'll move, but it's probably made its own little divots in the ground. All right, so it's finally in, and let me just tell you that it looks pretty freaking sick, and I am super excited for this side, which I have been biting my tongue for a long time, and I am keeping this a secret until it gets here and until it's on the car, because you guys have no idea what's gonna happen. It's just gonna be freaking insane. But yes, it's finally back in the car. Ricebox is finally moving right along. Gotta do an alignment on that thing, and then it's done. You know, you guys know it runs and drives. But yes, this has been like 3 weeks in the making on this video, so yeah. But yes, guys, that's gonna be it for this video, and I will catch you guys in the next one.